Well, hello Pisces. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for this week, so the 18th to the 24th of September. So I'm going to dive straight into it. I'm going to do a new spread and a new way of doing it. So if you enjoy it, let me know. And if you prefer the other ones that I used to do, the other videos, the other way of reading tarot, then also let me know. Honesty is the best policy here. Because I'm just trying something new and would love to hear your feedback. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull your cards out for you. Instead of letting them jump out, I'm just gonna split the deck and put them back together again in a different order, and then we're gonna pull it out. All right, let me just do one thing. Let's adjust this fan I have in the background. All right. Lovely. Okie dokie. Well, let's speak about it. For some of you, in your past energy, we have the Ace of Cups. So there may have been some newfound love, whether it's within yourself, or whether it's a person that you met, or whether it's the relationships that you establish around you. There's just a lot of love coming in when it comes down to your past energy. All right, so it definitely is resonating in terms of a new beginning that happened. Maybe this is something that's still ongoing now, which is why it's coming up in your reading this week as a past influence. There's this boost of love around you, unconditional love around you that seems to be maybe feeding you confidence. So this may be a new partner that is loving you a lot, showing you all the things that they're grateful for, and it's making you feel up on a high horse or on a pedestal. Or this could be you putting yourself up on that pedestal and you really kind of giving that love to yourself, because whatever this is, it's God-given is what I'm hearing. It's very fated situation that happened that led to this new beginning of love, whether it is. All right. And your current energy for this week is the Six of Wands. So again, this week feels very, very good. I feel like you're feeling very confident. You have just come through a very conflicting period, but this is a time of where you're not reflecting on what you came from, but the way that you handle it, the way that you've come out of it, and the things that you have gained from it. So this is a very beautiful energy to be in. It's a very confident energy. It is an energy of being successful. Maybe some of you have got promoted or will be getting promoted this week. It's an energy of being up on a high horse, all right? And getting that achievement, getting that gold medal for the things that you've been through. So whether it is physical things that people are giving you for your hard work, or whether it's a spiritual thing, you will know, depending on the work that you've done. If it's spiritual, then again, you're leveling up per se, or getting some achievements for the things that you've been through, and feeling super, super happy, which is lovely to see here for you. So you're going to be attracting a lot of attention. This may be a lot of lovers, or again, it just may be a lot of people who seem drawn to you at this time. Maybe a lot of people who want to talk to you, a lot of people who want to see you. It seems like because they see that you are doing good. That's what it feels like. So you might find a lot of people asking you a lot of questions, asking for your advice, or just wanting to get to know what the hell's going on in Pisces world. Something that your higher self wants you to align yourself with at this time is to do with the way that you're thinking, though. I think as much as you're successful and there's this beautiful, loving energy, there is some fears coming through here with the Nine of Swords that are kind of getting a bit out of hand. The Nine of Swords is overthinking, sleepless nights. This is maybe where you might be really hyperfixating on some feelings that you have, or on some situations that are going on around you that are creating some difficulty. Some of you, this could just be fear of the future, fear of what the next step is. So pay attention. Your current energy is beautiful. Past energy is beautiful. But there is maybe a reoccurring theme of maybe not feeling super happy with that, even though you know you should be. We all do it, don't worry. Because there is this fear of what's next. Like, is this all going to go wrong? Is this all going to come crashing down? Do I deserve this? Is this really coming true? Like, what if they take it back from me? Like, it spirals. Whatever this is, it spirals. So the universe is kind of asking you to remind yourself of what is real at this time. Has this happened? Has this even shown signs of happening? And we need to kind of face the facts when this card comes up, and that's something that they're asking you to focus on and align yourself to within this week, okay? Because your blockage is the Eight of Swords. not being able to see past some problems, not being able to trust in the universe that there is always a solution to whatever problems are arising. Because what seems to be happening here is you have success, you have love, even if it's just for self. You fix my posture. But the Nine of Swords and Eight of Swords is giving me a feeling that there are some legitimate fears. There are some legitimate problems that you are struggling with, but it's to a degree of maybe you won't know the answer right now, and that's bugging you out. Like maybe you just don't know where the next step is leading you, and that's bugging you out. Eight of Swords here is like, okay, these are legitimate fears. Of course, the future and the unknown is absolutely scary for the majority of us, but it's your fears are kind of causing you to feel maybe lost, because what we're looking for here is your higher self. Your higher self is being blocked by this Nine of Swords and Eight of Swords. It's your headspace. You're not feeling at your best because you're fearful of what's to come. Even though there's a lot to be proud of, your current mindset is on what could portray itself as a blockage in the near future. So these are just fears. With the Eight of Swords, the blockage is the fact that when we actually take that blindfold off, yes, there are swords around. There is that potential danger. But when we remove that blindfold and understand how loose these ropes are, we go, actually, okay, maybe I wasn't that stuck. Maybe my brain was kind of making it seem a lot worse than what it actually was. Let me just grab this. I'm going to charge my phone, which is what I'm using too, because that was a notification saying that it's running out. So anyway, so yeah, you'll realize that, oh, actually I'm not that stuck. I can do something about it, and you actually have the potential to as well. So it's all good in the hood for you, Pisces. The next thing that I want to bring up for you is in your environment this week. Six of Pentacles, there is a very good mutual exchange. I think that some of you might find that you'll be either a mediator this week. So maybe people, again, are coming to you for advice. You may be this person in the middle who's giving a lot to people at this time. Make sure that you are also receiving from these people. Make sure that you are not just giving all your energy away to people who don't actually listen to your advice. God, isn't that annoying? It feels like, what it does feel though this week, that you will be providing value to the people around you. Others of you, if that's not you, then this could be the people around you. There's a very good mutual exchange. Some of you, there could be a partnership coming through that it will be very equal and very successful. If that's like a work collaboration, I don't know why that's coming through. This looks good. This looks fun. This looks good. It feels like whatever work you're putting into the people around you, you are getting back. So this is good friendships. This is good in general. The balance, the scales are being balanced here in the Six of Pentacles. So to me, it looks good. You may have had to remove people who may have been taking from you. Maybe you had to balance the scale by pulling your energy back a little bit. But this is telling me that scales will be balanced. In your energy, so not your environment, something that the universe wants you to focus on within yourself is the Six of Swords. So actually moving away from things that are causing chaos. Maybe we moved away from it energetically, not energetically, physically, but energetically still felt a little bit affected by it. This is fully moving away from it. Some of you may need some sort of travel in your life, maybe a vacation with the Six of Swords. Maybe it is just about understanding a lesson that we learned. I think some of you may be beating yourself up actually about mistakes that you may have made in the past. And maybe this is what the Nine of Swords and Eight of Swords is representing here, is that you're so focused on what if I do something wrong, or what if I do this, and what if I do that, and it ends up, ruining everything I built. Six of Swords is saying, take the lessons, understand that mistakes are just mistakes, they're lessons, and move forward into the calmer shores. Don't allow those emotions to, cause a storm here and cause your boat to capsize. We don't want that. What we do want, though, is to gracefully move forward from situations. Even if it's not emotional, maybe these are actual situations that Spirit is asking for you internally to move on from. All right, because it will bring more peace into your world. Okay. So the next thing that we have is what you do not see coming right now, what you don't see right now, and that is the Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is good. I like this. It represents collaboration. So again, some of you may be having some really good business partnerships at this time. Maybe something that you don't see coming is actually something working between you and others. Maybe it's the fact that you might meet somebody in the near future who is going to help you with a project or a plan, or is going to agree with a project or a plan that you are working on, and that's going to give you some sense of accomplishment, or going to get the green light, I'm hearing, to pursue something, to start fresh with something. The Three of Pentacles is not only about collaboration, but it's also about kind of planning. It's about creating that foundation for it to then be fulfilled later on. So that looks good. This is a time where I kind of feel, okay, let me look at this a little bit better. With the Three of Pentacles as what's hidden, it feels like a really good collaboration, whether it's a relationship or not. Like the foundations will be built very, very well, and this will be something that is going to be very long term. Whether it's a new career as well, some of you may not see it coming. All right, it's like really good, solid beginning of a career. But some of you, maybe the things that you were worried about were already solved before you even got into it. So that's why we don't overthink beforehand, because it's like almost as if like when you confronted it, oh, I actually didn't need to worry about that. You see what I'm saying? Because usually the Three of Pentacles doesn't actually have that gold in there, because it represents the fact that it's just a plan, it's just a foundation that's being built. You know, it's not completed just yet. It just kind of feels like you kind of jump ahead, you get a head start in a job, and that's something that you don't see right now. All right. The next thing that we have, which is in your near future, there is definitely a change coming through. I will clarify this card just for the sake of the fact that it's a big one. There's a big change coming up for you in the near future. The Death card doesn't have to be terrible. It does mean that we have to let something go in order to move forward. It can bring up feelings of grief, loss, or it depends on whether you choose to do it or not. But it's an end of a chapter, and sometimes that can just be very emotional. But let's clarify the Death card. What the hell? Like, literally, like the Death card with the Death card. Spirit, we just need a little bit more than that. That's what I'm saying. It's just really big change and transformation. Now, this actually just came up like reversed. So some of you, the vibes I'm picking up, because I do feel like this will kind of instigate an emotional ending for you. It doesn't feel bad. It feels like you have to kind of make this kind of decision that even though it may cause a little bit of pain, it's actually ending a bigger pain. Does that make sense? It's kind of a bit like a, not like a sacrifice. It's almost like you have, it's not about two decisions, because the Death card is like it inevitably is going to go this way. It had to go towards the ending. So let's say, for example, a relationship per se, kind of being with the person's tough, being without the person's tough, but it will be better. Whereas staying with them, it would take even more from you. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like there is this like, both situations are going to lead to that Three of Swords, but you're choosing the one that hurts less down the line. So that's why the Death card is there, is because it's a huge change, huge transformation, may cause a big shift in your life, may change the path of it, or it seems like it changed the path of it. Maybe something that you were once against doing, but it does feel like it's going to be for the betterment of your emotional state with that Queen of Cups. And intuitively, Pisces, that's your energy of choosing your intuition over maybe what looks easiest. All right. Well, big change, big change. That's Scorpio energy coming through for you. So then that's the near future. But in the distant future, where will that lead you, Pisces? Well, it leads you in the Empress position. Now, this is kind of like not just finishing how we started, because we're not finished yet, but almost like that's what I want to say, because you started with this unconditional love that comes into your life. whether it's just like being touched by the angels or whatever it is, like something was put into your life that was very fated. It instigated and initiated, was a catalyst for some sort of loving energy that came through to you that may have ended up kind of making you make these changes. Okay, something seemed to flow into your life, maybe washed something out, gave you clarity, washed something out, and now you're able to become that energy. It's no longer just an energy that was present in your life. You're able to become it. So expect yourself to become a lot more nurturing, a lot more compassionate, a lot more loving, a lot more kind. The Empress is a very beautiful, abundant energy. So expect yourself to be in a position of where you completely trust the universe. You have an abundance. You have a, she has a harvest around her. She's planted the seeds. It's all blossoming because of her actions in the past. So she fully trusts the process of planting the seed versus harvesting it. It's a long time in between, depending on what you're growing. Pisces, all a metaphor, by the way, if you're ever wondering what I'm talking about, like that. But the Empress is kind of because of the loving nature that she has, the gentle, the patient nature that she has, that things kind of seem like they just work out for her. But people never see her story beforehand of like how long it took to get in that position, and how long it took to have this, and how much patience and pain it takes to actually reach that point where you learn your lessons and very in touch with the universe. So that's where you're going to be. I love that. Your advice and what you need to hear right now is that you will be successful. The Four of Wands is good in terms of engagement. So again, I do pick up an energy that for some of you, if you're not in a loving relationship now, then you definitely will be in the future. The Four of Wands is reaching a milestone. It could be a new home. It could be a new relationship, new stage of a relationship. It can also really be good in terms of like a new job or finding success in a new job or career path. All right. So there we go, my lovely angels, Pisces. Let me know how this reading was for you. I hope it resonates with you. I really do wish you all the best for the week. For those who are interested, there is a beautiful app down below that I always speak about. Well, I say always. I made a video about it and how it impacted my life. It came to me at a very good time, but there is a whole video about that on my page if you want to watch that. If you guys are into meditation, if you guys are into breath work, which is super, super good for finding clarity and connecting with yourself and connecting to your intuition, then there's a very lovely app that has all the videos and all the recordings that you need to listen to that might actually help you out with that. It helped me out a lot, so I 100% believe that it will help you out too. But there is a free trial, so there is a no risk in the beginning to try it out if you wish. And if you do want to continue it just like I did, then there is a 25% off code, which you need to follow the link, have the free trial to have. All right, but if you're interested, go ahead. If not, then no worries. I hope to see you guys next time. All right, Pisces.